Coming up on Kochie's Business Builders, we find out how to convert social media fans into customers. Meet the young gun building a motorbike empire and get another business legend's top tips.
We're often told of the importance of social media for branding and building a customer base, but a lot of businesses struggle to convert their fans into paying customers. Today we're going to get tips for turning that around. Also coming up, two-time Young Australian of the Year, Brad Smith, talks about his booming motorbike business. And we'll be announcing the winners of our Rescue My Site competition. Thank you to everybody for entering. It was a huge success. But right now, it's news you can use.
While online retail is booming, there are big differences in the success of individual industries. According to Big Commerce, the leading operators at the moment are automotive shops, which saw 89% growth in revenue per store last year. Also growing quickly are jewellery and accessory outfits, with a 31% increase in revenue, as well as a 4% rise in store count. But regardless of which industry we look at, the best stores are doing the same thing, moving quickly and standing out. And that's a strong suit for small business, being more agile than the big guys. So spot your niche, optimise your offering and get started.
Miss Poppy's is a great little flower shop that's been around for about 4 years. In that time, owner Joe Yarrell has set the business up on social media, but now wants to turn those followers into customers. To help Joe capture the market, Style Runner founders Julie and Sally Stebiana dropped in to share their tips.
Great business you've got here. Tell us all about it.
So Miss Poppy's has been around for 4 years now. I adore flowers and it was just time to get my own business happening. We're very vintage and antique and retro style. We do lots and lots of weddings and different events. I just would really, really love to grow the online business.
And who would you say your particular customer is?
A lot of guys. So we have a registry and we let the guys know when their girlfriend's birthday is the following year. So we send them an email and
that's handy.
Yeah, so then we'll get repeat business from that.
So how do you market Miss Poppy's?
So we're on Facebook, Instagram, as well as the website, and we attend and exhibit at wedding expos and different things like that, which would just sort of spread the brand.
And are you finding that majority of those customers coming through are being fed through the website or the Instagram or the Facebook?
Generally Instagram and a website, yeah.
Well, lucky for you, Instagram is one of our specialties in marketing, so we can definitely give you a couple of tips that will help boost those sales. So Julie and I founded stylerunner.com 2 years ago now, and currently we've got over 170,000 followers on Instagram. And you know, that's pretty incredible for such a short period of time, but what we learnt was some of the easy tricks, I suppose you could say, and that was you know, engaging with the consumer, so ensuring that your posts connect with those out there. So tell me, when you are posting to Instagram, how are you actually posting your pics? What's the actual feel to those images?
I just take little snippets of the day, so if I find a beautiful rose or gorgeous poppies, I'll Instagram it and just let it float out into that world.
Yeah. It's almost a tool to educate consumers about the flowers. So you could, for instance, put together a bunch and do an incredible little layout, take a photo of that, place it up on Instagram, and then the caption could actually state what the flower is, whether it's in season, the hydrangea, for instance, perfect for indoors or perfect, you know, to brighten up a girlfriend's day. And that instantly gives you that engagement to the consumer.
Don't forget hashtags. You can actually look up the most popular hashtags on Instagram, which will instantly, you know, get you a huge amount of visibility for people that are just surfing for beautiful images.
Another great idea would be, if you're sending out bouquets on your daily basis, actually taking a shot of that bouquet that's going out and then personalising it. You might say, this beautiful bunch is on its way to Rosebery or Alexandria, and that way you're actually getting people to see that you've got these amazing bunches that are going out all throughout Sydney. Because I understand you do same-day delivery?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Add that to your Instagram.
Yeah, right.
You know, so many people are looking for same-day delivery, but they often can't find that information on websites. Have it in your Instagram account at the very top. So we offer same-day delivery and also have that within some of your captions throughout your images as well.
After the break, Julie and Sally get strategic about converting social media fans. This business tip brought to you by NAB, helping Australian business see more, not less. So David, let's say I'm a small business owner thinking about a business loan. What do I need to think about before I get in touch with NAB?
Well, it's always good to start with what the plans are for the business, where you see it going and how much you think you need to borrow and the reasons why.
All right, what's next?
It's important to make sure you can manage the loans, so we look at the amount of money you expect to come in and go out each business month. And we want to make sure you can still meet your personal commitments too.
OK, so what about the business documentation that you're going to require?
Well, we've made some improvements here at Kochie. For businesses looking for a loan under $2 million, it can be as simple as providing a copy of your business management accounts.
Oh, that's good. So coming along with all these things is going to give me a better chance of success?
Exactly. This is the kind of information that helps us really understand you and your business and what it's all about. No one knows your business better than you do, Kochie. And finally, NAB lends more to Australian businesses than any other bank. We're committed to helping businesses grow.
That's terrific. Good on you, David. Thanks.
Kochie.
For more tips and stories, visit nab.com.au/moreforbusiness. Joe Yarrell is ready to leverage a social media following for sales, and Style Runner founders are on hand with a sharp strategy. Let's hear their advice for the budding florist.
We also very early on seeded quite a lot of influencers who had incredible followings as well. And, you know, within Instagram, you have those ethics that you need to abide by, that if you're taking someone else's picture, you regram it, but you give them a shout out. That creates really good energy where they then want to do that for you. Everybody loves a shout out, right?
Everybody loves a shout out. I would suggest, sending some flowers out to what we call influencers on Instagram who have huge followings, and if they received a lovely bouquet from you, they would likely Instagram that and give you a shout out, and as Sally said, really grow your following base. Someone that has 40,000 followers. So it's a really good way to increase your visibility on Instagram. Always include a call to action.
Yeah.
So at the end of your little photo caption, you might say something like, jump online and have a look at our beautiful range of flowers. If you say something like, buy them for your girlfriend, that's a call to action. Always suggest something at the end which inspires some action, and you'll be surprised how the conversion rate will actually go up over time just by including that little bit of information.
Yeah. And if you do take the time to create beautiful imagery as opposed to just posting up a picture of a bunch of flowers, and you instead create almost like a beautiful layout, you'll often find that those images become regrammed because people want that beautiful imagery on their own Instagram account. Through that, you'll actually get shout outs, which will get you new followers onto your account and hopefully new consumers as well.
Yeah. Post fairly frequently. We post about 8 times a day. Now that's a lot, and you have to find that fine line between what's enough but not too much for your customers. But post 3 or 4 times a day. If they're absolutely beautiful photos, people are going to enjoy them.
Well, now for our new segment this season, Lessons from Legends.
Hi, I'm John Simon, founder and executive chairman of Aussie Home Loans, and I've got a few tips to help you succeed in business. First of all, you've got to really love the industry you're in. You've got to feel you're good at it. Secondly, you've got to be focused, because too many people get distracted trying to look at a couple of other things. If this doesn't work out, if you do that, you'll never achieve the success that you could achieve. So remain focused. Also, you've got to show real strong leadership. You've got to rely on your people around you, your business partners, and by showing strong leadership, bring them along the journey. Make sure they're knowing what you want to achieve. Also, the best way for small business to grow is to partner with other businesses who've got skills and resources that you don't have, and that's the best way to grow. And above all, don't give up, because it will get tough. There'll be plenty of speed humps, but it takes a storm to create a rainbow, so good luck with your business.
Up next, the young Aussie building a global motorbike business.
This is brought to you by Microsoft. Your small business is now anywhere you are.
Hi, I'm Isabel from Microsoft. Small businesses are under more pressure than most to allow and need their employees to work from anywhere. Here are Microsoft top tips to achieve a safe and productive mobile workforce. Assess your devices and data protection policies to ensure that all devices are adequately protected and all data is securely backed up. Invest in cloud software like Office 365 that will allow your staff to seamlessly work across multiple devices. Cloud packages like Office 365 also includes Link or Skype for Business, which allows for easy web conferencing between colleagues and customers. And with shared storage technology like OneDrive, your teams can simultaneously work on documents, which is essential for mobile working. Once you've got your tech sorted, spare a thought for cultural issues like keeping employees engaged and how to measure output. This is great for attracting a new generation of workforce, and you might find that you love it too.
Does your business need a technology makeover? Apply today at microsoft.com.au/small business.
Growing up as a gun motorbike rider, Brad Smith has always been passionate about the sport, but after realising the cost to his family, wanted to make it more accessible and affordable. Taking that task on himself, he built a prototype that started Braaap motorcycles. KBB's Alex Brophy dropped by Brad's store to see how things have gone.
So Brad, two-time Young Australian Entrepreneur of the Year. How'd you get started in business?
For me, I've always been passionate about motorcycling, but I wanted to make our sport more accessible and more affordable so more people could experience what I experienced in riding bikes growing up. And as a young man, started to get prepared, saving money up, learning, making mistakes, doing what you got to do. And then at 18, got on a plane and went to China to find a factory to partner with us to build my dream bike. And got laughed out of over 50 factories before we found a strategy that could make it work, and then finally built the Braaap bike and turned it into a retail environment and started to grow the model range, and now we distribute it across the world.
Had you built a prototype before you went to China?
Nah, not at all. No.
So how do you know what you're looking for?
I just had it in my mind of what I needed, and I'd seen American guys build customised motorcycles, but the challenge was that they'd built them and they cost between $10,000 and $15,000. So first of all, you had to have $10,000, and second of all, you had to be able to build a motorcycle or know someone who could. So I had that idea, but my dream was to build a bike that could compete with the Americans and be affordable and be ready off the showroom floor.
How accessible is it for Australian manufacturers to go to China like that and achieve a result like you have?
So for us, I think that it's accessible, it's difficult, it's going to be challenging, obviously, because of cultural differences, language differences, price point differences, all that kind of stuff. But as Australians, I think we've got to add value through design, through concept, through innovation, and through being smart and diligent about how we manufacture.
How have you gone about that?
Well, for us, like, all our engineers are based in Australia, between Tasmania and Victoria, and it normally costs $250,000 in 3 months to produce a prototype motorcycle. We use things like 3D printing, local fabrication. We can produce a prototype for $3,000 in 3 weeks.
Gee, that's a huge difference.
So that's been a game changer for us.
So it's your brainchild. How much external technical expertise did you recruit?
So much. It was my idea, my concept, but I'm not an engineer, I'm not a mechanic, I'm not a technician, but I know what I need in a motorcycle. I know how to ride a motorcycle, know how to set a motorcycle up. So I had to find those people who were significantly smarter in that area than myself and work with those guys to build a concept.
You were told in the early days that bikes and streetwear wouldn't sell together. How much credence do you give to sort of proven business models?
It's hard because you definitely have to give attention to proven business models. You can't be naive to the fact that it hasn't worked in the past, but you need to know deliberately and really clearly why it's going to work for you. For us, the clothing helped us make it work.
How important has the wholesale arm of the business been?
Wholesale has been what has driven us. We have 4 of our own stores like this one we're in now, our Braaap stores, and then we have 30 dealerships across the country. And then, of course, we're distributing to other countries. And, we just launched at the World Trade Fair, had 126 distributors from 44 countries inquire, and we're hunting those guys down. So wholesale and distribution is a huge part of what we do.
Now, Brad, you're on the RBA's advisory board. How important is looking at the macro environment in the business decisions that you make?
I think that the economy is important, and if anyone's equipped to know where the Australian economy is going, it's the RBA. I mean, they manufacture interest rates, which really drives a lot of our economy. There's one thing that I point out to my team and any small business group that I speak to, and that is that the national economy doesn't have to be our personal economy. It just really changes the game a little bit. Where the economy goes changes how we have to do business.
Brad, you're an inspiration to a lot of young Australians out there. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you for having us. I appreciate it. And Braaap.
Now, over the last few weeks, we've been on the hunt for Australia's worst website as part of the KBB Digital Rescue My Site competition. Well, it's time to announce the winners of our two major prizes, each winning a $25,000 digital makeover. Big congratulations. Creative Home Image in Port Augusta, and the local legend winner, Nacho's Cantina in Melbourne. Great congratulations to both of them, and also thank you to everybody who entered the competition. Don't forget though, voting is still open for the People's Choice Award with a $10,000 prize up for grabs. So head to rescuemysite.com.au to see the entries and vote for your favourite.
Coming up next, a tech tip from Val Quinn and another question answered in Ask Kochie. This segment brought to you by NAB, helping Australian business see more, not less.
Hi, I'm Trevor.
And I'm Joanne.
And we're the founders of Limousines in Paradise.
Welcome to the Gold Coast.
Joanne and I have been married over 20 years and we started the business just over 2.5 years ago, yeah. I think it's just the best job I could ever have. Started up with one car. We've now got 13 cars in the fleet with a 14th coming on board.
Trev had already started up this business and I love the tourism industry. It's about the dream. It's always about the dream that someone's planned something, that something they've wanted to do for years. And that's what's really exciting about this business. Social media is absolutely vital to our business. We've found that anything in a hard copy doesn't really work that well for us. It really has to be something that's online. We've also realising that we can't always work in our business. We really need to be working on our business. And to that end, for example, Google Ads, we have someone now that actually looks after Google Ads. I was attempting to do it very poorly. We're paying the same money now, but getting a greater result.
Biggest challenge is probably finding the right staff to come on board with you, and our whole thing is based on customer service. With
customer service, whatever you commit to and promise to do, you need to deliver, so you do meet or even exceed, preferably, the expectations. We often have people ring us and just say, look, I'm going to book with you because you've just been so friendly. For us, that's what makes the difference. With our growth in the business, we're always looking to expand our fleet, but we also realise that it probably wasn't the most practical solution to keep buying cars, and what we've chosen to do is actually to look at licensing certain vehicles where someone can come on board with us and partner with us, be under our umbrella, under our branding, but actually purchase that vehicle. So that actually releases the equity back into the business and allows us to go and purchase another vehicle to be able to move forward and grow the fleet even more.
Definitely couldn't have done it without the NAB's help. In believing what I believe was possible, like I knew it was possible to do it all, but I needed someone's help to do that, and the NAB's been that help.
Cheryl's been great as our business banker, and having that person on the other end of the phone who understands our business, knows where we're going with it, and she's looked at ways that we can actually streamline what we're doing with the bank as well. They've supported us all the way through. They're always looking to understand what we need. If we've had any issues, they've always looked to understand how they can support us through some challenging times that we've had to come out the other side.
For more tips and stories, visit nab.com.au/moreforbusiness. It's Tech Tip time with Val Quinn.
Whether you need to store, share and sync files, or simply back up your business data, cloud storage offers a small business a lot of flexibility. There are plenty of different tools to choose from. For example, Dropbox's free and extremely easy to use basic service allows you to sync and share personal files between the cloud and PCs or mobile devices. Dropbox for Business bulks up support to multiple users and provides 1 terabyte of storage, including centralized administration, monitoring, extra security, and the ability to track and recover previous versions of files. It's good to shop around for a solution that suits you, or for an Aussie-based cloud storage tool, take a look at Digital Pigeon. It offers some great features and super fast transfers.
Ask Kochie time again, and today's question on kbbtv.com.au is from Rebecca. Rebecca asks, my soap business started about a year ago and there are still not many orders coming through online. So how can I increase them? Well, thanks for your question, Rebecca. Your website is your biggest marketing tool and has the ability to make or break online sales. So start there. Make sure the site looks good, is responsive and loads quickly. Mobile optimization and quality content is also crucial. The more cluttered and the more steps to make a transaction, the more likely customers will just turn away. To increase traffic to the site, think about improving your digital marketing efforts. Search engine marketing, AdWords, competitions, and social media can all be effective channels. Now, soap's a visual product, so beautiful, shareable photos will lend themselves to Instagram and Pinterest, for example. Look, if all this is not your specialty, call in the professionals. Drop by KBB Digital for help on design and website development, search marketing and social media. The team of gurus is there to help you get on the map. All the details are at kbbdigital.com.au. We'll catch you next time.
Next week on KBB, we fix cash flow troubles in a dog lover's paradise, drop in on Australia's biggest fireworks business, and get tips from the top of Temple & Webster. In the meantime, drop by kbbtv.com.au for your small business news and tips.